Combine synths have always been such fascinating machines, mixing the biological with the mechanical, and of course throwing in the combine flare, it creates an almost alien, yet somewhat familiar, type of life form. This, however, is a all-new synth. In fact, this is the Combine Spider Synth. This is the result of mixing the genetic information of a protozoan with proto-ceramic Luna titanium. I don't even know what that is, but all you need to know is this is an absolute walking death machine, and this armor is fairly good at blocking high caliber rounds, or so they say. You guys know how we roll in Garry's mod? We like to put things to the test. And this is exactly what we're going to find. Now there is two different versions. We have a version 1 and a version 2. There is some differences between them, starting with the fact that version 1 has 345 health and version 2 has quite a bit more than that. So it looks like this is definitely going to be the more superior version. However, to make things more simplistic, we're going to start with the version 1. Now this is a pretty cool map. It's based on a beta version of, I believe, Outskirts, and it still has some of that dystopian, dreadful, dark aesthetic of the Half-Life 2 beta, and I love it. It looks awesome. It's just, I wish we would have gotten that Half-Life 2. I really wish we would have, but regardless, we're talking about the Spider Walker here. Overall design looks incredible. Some people did complain that it didn't look synth enough, and I totally understand what they mean. I mean, it just looks like a walking mech, but the genetic material, the organic material, is inside. Oops. Which means that it is classified as a synth by the way that we typically define that word in the Half-Life 2 universe. Alright, enough blabbering gums. Let's go ahead and let it loose. You're gonna notice it has two high-powered Gatling guns that it is not afraid to consistently shoot at you with. And it's also incredibly mobile because of the spider legs. It can move side to side, forward, back, diagonal, any which way. And you're gonna find out very quick that this thing is absolutely formidable. And you don't even need to go to the version 2 to understand that. Look at that. Just the way that it roams around. This thing is pretty freaking cool, I'm not gonna lie. So in terms of damage, I mean, well, to be fair, the Half-Life 2 raising the bar weapons are kind of powerful. So that's why that is. But you'll also notice, oh my god, we have lost literally almost all of our health. This thing is not to be messed with. It is absolutely insane with the kind of damage that this thing can just shove out. Now you will notice that it is on fire, which I think is a pretty cool, nice touch. But we can go ahead and finish the job here. And because we did kill it with the Tau cannon, unfortunately it got vaporized. So let's just kill it again. Now like I was stating earlier, the accuracy on this thing is just insane. I don't know what is going on with those guns, but they pretty much never miss. As you can see, I mean, well, you can't really see my health right now, but I promise you he has not missed a single shot. Every single hit has landed, which means unless you have cover, you're probably going to die before you can kill this thing. However, again, if you have strong enough weapons, that may not be the case. And we are just about finished here, and there we have it. Alright, so ignore the whole leg thing. I really want to show off how cool the animation is, but you might also be wondering, wait, Necros, hold on. I thought this proto-ceramic Luna thing is supposed to be resilient to high caliber rounds. How come I'm able to shoot it with my regular bullets? Well, I'm glad you asked, and thankfully, the creator also listened, because there is a command you can put in to fix that ailment. And this is the command you want to put in. Of course, make sure that you do have a 1 after it, and now your bullets are completely useless. You must now resort to using explosives. And apparently the Tau cannon counts as an explosive. But as you can see, you can do a lot of damage to this thing very fast. Now, of course, I don't want to see it disintegrate again. This time, we're going to bring out the rocket launcher. Maybe, just maybe, we can see some animation here. That's not doing anything. What about the crossbow? I didn't know it could blow up. Guys, we're learning things today. I think it's time to go to version 2. So like I said, in terms of differences, I believe the only real difference is, well, the health and the look. Now, I will say that the design is a lot closer to your typical Combine that you'll find in Half-Life 2. I love the logos and everything. But let's see how well it fares in combat. And we can see it's just as formidable as the last one was. And also, guys, I forgot to mention in the video, but this thing has grenades. I don't know how I missed that. I also don't know what that strange red mist is every time it decides to shoot us. Like I said, if you're not prepared, you're gonna die. So I'm not gonna mess around anymore because this thing definitely isn't. Let's go ahead and launch the Tau Cannon. And we can see, even with the incredible overpoweredness of the Tau Cannon, we're still having some issues finishing the job before it can finish us. And that's something I don't want to reiterate. In fact, I have to constantly spawn in health kits just so I don't die right away. So perhaps the damage is better. I definitely do notice that it's pretty powerful. But there we have it. No explosion, no disintegration. It seems to almost be random at this point. Alright, my friends, it is synth time. Let's see if the hunter can take on the Spider Walker. Now, this is my first time testing this out. Of course, they're on the same team. Alright, so the duel was kind of a bust, but what about, well, possessing? Well, the movement's pretty cool, but unfortunately, yeah. The spider legs just kind of want to go wherever they want. The body will rotate anywhere that it kind of feels like rotating. It's definitely not the best case for a possessed NPC. And also, something that's pretty funny that I didn't even realize, this is just the spider tank from Terminator. Yeah, I thought it looked familiar, but I'm not all that familiar with Terminator. I thought I've seen this around. However, I guess you could say it's been combinified because of the, you know, symbol and the cool sounds coming from it, as well as the pretty bitchin' looking camo, I'm not gonna lie. But now I'm kind of at a weird angle here because it feels like a crossover of Terminator into Combine, which is kind of a cool idea. But I mean, it even says Terminator in the name up there. So Synth, Terminator, Spider, Crab, Walker, Armored thing, whatever you want to call this. Overall, it is a pretty cool NPC. And definitely a tough fight if you want a challenge. So guys, overall, I am kind of disappointed. I know it takes a lot of work to set these NPCs up and to have them do all the things that they do. I just thought the model was original. Now that I know it's from Terminator, it just kind of feels like I'm doing a Terminator NPC showcase, which is still fine. It's still a cool NPC, definitely worth checking out. But what do you guys think down below? As always, if you want to leave a like, subscribe, links will be in the description. I want to thank you all so much for watching this until the end. Use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your next G Fuel order. And until next time, thanks for watching and farewell.